Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This reading is kind of late. It is for the full moon eclipse that we had in Capricorn last weekend. I believe it was July the 4th going into the 5th. This is just going to be kind of a quick little freestyle reading. I'm going to start with the Angel Tarot. I'll pull oracles if I feel called to pull any at the end. But yeah, I just want to see what kind of energies we're dealing with. We're coming into the waning days of the Mercury retrograde period, though we do have, it ends this Sunday, the 12th, though we do have a 2-week shadow period after that. Go heading into Leo season soon, just coming up here with the Strength card, Archangel Ariel. Great inner strength. Release harsh judgments, that's both of ourselves and others, as well as finding more forgiveness and passion within ourselves. Lots of people also coming into their spiritual awakenings here with the High Priestess. Listening to your intuition, having patience, and considering carefully what you want before acting. So let's just calm the energy here. Universe, source of life, angels, ancestors, spirit, Holy Spirit. What are the messages for the collective? I'm seeing the Two of Pentacles. Okay, so lots of decision-making energy as well. Lots of people are juggling quite a few things right now, okay? Juggling several decisions, perhaps, wanting to start several things. It says there may be too much going on at once. You need to make a decision and consider a more playful approach. Let go a little bit. Have a little bit of lightness and levity and laughter, okay, with regard to whatever it is that you're dealing with, even if it is quite serious. All right, I know that's easier said than done, but that's the message that's coming across here. And, quite frankly, something I've really been trying to employ myself. As I say that, the Dreamer is coming up here. Aries also reminds me of Pisces. Archangel Metatron, a leap of faith. Follow your dreams and that there will be unexpected opportunities. So maybe there are opportunities, right, with that juggling energy, so much going on at once. There's things that you're needing to let go of or put down, okay, literally or metaphorically, so that new opportunities, new experiences, new people, whatever, work, projects can come in. The Empress is coming up here. Lavish abundance, give birth to your dreams, nurture yourself and others. For a lot of you, this is also pertaining to literal childbirth. If not literal, okay, and it could be you or someone else around you. This energy has been coming in a lot. If it's not literal, could be metaphorical, right? Creating or birthing something new. I'm also just feeling, especially as we, again, head into Leo season later on this month, really tapping into your creative energy, connecting with your solar plexus chakra, okay, which is reflected by the color of the sun, the color yellow. We have the Justice card coming in here, Libra. Anyone dealing with a legal situation, I do feel like things will be resolved more or less in your favor or in a fair manner, okay? It says here, fair and just decisions. Do what you know is right and stand up for your beliefs. So to that last point, right, if you're not dealing with a situation in which there might be conflict, or again, dealing with a legal situation where there's going to be fairness and justice, justness is what I meant to say, but justice is coming up here, coming out, right? This is talking about how you operate, right? I'm really being called to talk about the first agreement, right? In the first agreements, which is to be impeccable with your word, to say what you mean and to mean what you say. And that doesn't mean that you have to be harsh about that, right? We can say what we mean compassionately. But I do feel this energy of tapping into that inner strength, right? So that you can know yourself, know your intentions, know your goals, know your focus, know your boundaries, and communicate that accordingly. It's a very powerful energy coming in, which I really like to see, especially with Leo season. And in particular with the sort of more collective energies that we've been dealing with more recently. It's like, sorry, I lost my train of thought there for a second. I was being distracted by my dog in the background. The more recent energies, which have been, we're in Cancer season right now, so a little bit more emotional, a little bit more uncertain. Things will start to become more certain for you as you become more certain about you, right? And we have here the King of Air, the King of Swords. Brilliant, impartial, professional, and diplomatic. Speak your mind with confidence. Seek out professional advice and balance your mental and emotional considerations. balance is key too, right? And that energy is something we've been working to really build up this collective season, right? We went from air energy, which is that King of Swords, into water energy with Cancer. And now we're going into fire with Leo, the Ace of Fire. An exciting new opportunity, career advancement, and change happening in your life right now or soon. All right, so let's just get a few cards. Let's see what messages want to come up for the collective here. Two of Water. So there's that decision-making energy coming in again. What are, with the Four of Fire, stability. Okay, lots of you could be making changes around the home. I know a lot of people are moving. I'm actually in the process of moving myself. Ooh, Two of Earth. Okay, so again, wow, we got 2, 4, 2. Let's see what else wants to come up here. What are the messages, Spirit, for the collective? We have the Two of Fire. So now we have 3 2s and the 8 of Earth. Let's see if there's anything else. And the 5 of Earth. Okay. Interesting. It's grounding the reading. But I actually feel like the balancing out energy, okay, and whatever new is coming in here, there's the Two of Air. We have all the 2s out here. All of them. 2 of Water, 2 of Earth, 2 of Fire, 2 of Air. Lots of coupling energy I'm feeling too, okay? It doesn't have to be romantic, business partnerships, rekindling friendships, healing happening in family dynamics and relationships and feeling as well. I want to talk about this 5 of Earth first, okay? Because I don't love this energy. Fears surrounding money here. The wisdom to accept help from others in uncertain self-employment. I feel like this, for a lot of people, is this is what's rooting or grounding this collective reading here, right? And so it's reminding me of the root chakra, and maybe there's been trauma or, you know, uncertainty or blockage done around grounding and around the root chakra, okay? For some of you, I do feel like this is not really you, okay? It might be someone that you're close to or connected to, okay? But it's in the way that sort of, you know, energies are pervasive and they permeate, right? So maybe practice some energetic shielding here or guarding, okay? And grounding is going to be super important as well, okay? Just to build up, again, your own sort of strength and confidence and faith. I'm feeling faith here as well, which is, you know, not necessarily tangible, but in the more sort of spiritual, emotional, and mental sense. Knowing and trusting that everything is going to be okay, that you can, in fact, achieve your dreams and your goals, because that's the energy that we've been picking up on. But again, it feels like this is the sort of state of mind or the energy that much of the collective is coming from right now. Obviously, with everything that is going on right now, okay, especially nationally for those of us here in America, there's uncertainty here around work, around money, around finances, right? Especially anyone who's getting any sort of help right now from the government, set to expire, like all these things, right? I think we really just have to, again, trust and see. Only time will tell, right? And it's not even that much longer time. So do the things that you can do to take care of yourself and the things that you're in control of now, and don't worry about everything else, at least not right now. Worry, right? I love that phrase, worry. I don't love the phrase, but it really reminds me of worry is a wish for what you don't want, right? Or also this idea that when you worry about something, it's like, if in fact the thing you're worrying about comes to pass, you'll have to deal with it then. So worrying about it now just causes you to have to go through that, you know, roller coaster of emotion, that trauma even sometimes twice. And why do that to ourselves, right? Okay. I do very strongly feel like this 5 of Pentacles is related to work, okay? I do also feel like, okay, there have been, let's just say, lots of changes in relationships and dynamics. Could be, again, romantic, business, okay? I do feel like there's an energy of one party also feeling left out in the cold, right? That more traditional interpretation of the Five of Pentacles. So again, on the one hand, I feel like there's a fear, okay, of lack, of there not being enough work, not being enough money, not being able to support oneself. At the same time, I do feel like some people may have felt left behind or left out, okay? Perhaps someone left or something is dissolving, okay? Again, could be romance, could be work here. All right, I just want to talk about the Two of Air super quickly coming up here because the High Priestess is right under that. So being unable or unwilling to make a decision, a stalemate, pretending there is no problem, right? Two of Swords energy here, right? What does the Two of Swords speak to? It speaks to making a decision based off of your intuition. And when you do that, you get the Ten of Cups. Penultimate, right? The Ten of Water. Penultimate happiness, fulfillment. Again, awakening coming up under there. Lots of spiritual awakenings happening right now, which probably for anyone who's here is self-evident, right? But it's happening much more broadly even than that. Some people don't recognize it, or at least not yet, and maybe they never will. Anyway, I digress. With this Two of Air here, okay, but I feel like there's either hesitation or again, it's grounded in worry and fear of not making a decision here, okay, and sort of choosing to stay in this place of imbalance, right? And it's a non-sustainable energy to be in an indecisive mode. At a certain point, you've got to be the King or Queen of Swords and make a choice, right? So you have the Two of Water here. And it says a relationship that continues to grow closer, forgiveness, the positive resolution of a conflict, right? And this is why you shouldn't worry about how things are going to work out, because they tend to work themselves out ultimately in the long run, right? One way or another. So again, for a lot of you, and I sensed that earlier, that there is this, connections are going one of two ways. Either they're dissolving, that dissolution, or they're growing stronger, right? I know it's a very sort of polar opposite kind of energy, but that's literally what I'm picking up on. For people who might fall in the former category, right, of like things falling apart, not to like put it that way, but we're just going to say that. It's also a great play and book, right? Things Fall Apart. It's interesting that I just thought of that. It's like a sort of side note to myself, but it's based on something I was doing earlier this morning. Anyway, yeah, for some of you, you're going to a new level of commitment, okay? Or coming into sort of a new level of understanding in a connection with a soulmate connection here. And soulmates can come in all forms. So again, it doesn't have to be romantic. With the Four of Fire, this is saying that in terms of building long-term stability, longevity, success, happiness, joy, right? That Ten of Water, Ten of Cups, this is coming, and this is what you're working on. This is the foundation that you're working on. And this is also happening on a collective level, right? Even though things sort of seem very turbulent and uncertain, ultimately in the long run, I think we are coming into a place of more, maybe not right away, but maybe not in our lifetimes, but a more stable and sustainable place for the earth at large. That's how I'll put it. So it says here, contentment, peace, and abundance, a happy home life, and the successful completion of a project. So again, some of you, this could be related to moving. Some of you, this is about changes happening in your career, in your work, okay, or something new that you're starting, that you're working on here. But again, stability, security, success, and as the card states, contentment, peace, abundance. And I'm also feeling that like abundance in all forms, right? Monetary, an abundance of love, an abundance of health, an abundance of freedom. Okay, you have the Two of Earth. So again, we talked about this before. Too much going on at once, the need to make a decision and to consider a playful approach, right? That unsustainable energy, perhaps taking on too much. Okay, maybe some of you are needing to prioritize here, but for some of you, this is about the decision that you're not making, okay, or refusing to make. Maybe you're not seeing that there's a choice to be made yet, but you will, okay? And when you are called to, please do. And again, approach it from a place of lightness. I'm getting this message of like not taking things so seriously, which is definitely something I need to hear sometimes, because I do have a tendency sometimes to like, you know, it's like making a mountain out of a molehill. Is that how? Yeah. You know what I mean? I've gotten better at it, but it's a practice, right? It's something, it's like with meditation or with exercise. You have to consistently do it in order to reap the benefit. It's not like you do it once and that's it. So the Two of Fire, okay, and this to me feels like this is energy incoming, again, especially as we head into fire season, into Leo season. You've come into your own new partnerships or contracts and continue to move forward. So again, especially in the cases where things may be dissolving, in either case really, right? If things are leaving your life, dissolving, or if things are leveling up, okay, this applies. New partnerships or contracts and continue to move forward and coming into your own here with the Two of Fire. This is, you know, with the Two of Wands, which is what this is, right? With the fire energy, it's choosing a new path, choosing a new way of being. It's an energy, it's an essence, right? Also could be very, again, related to work here, right? Because there's just a lot of fire and Pentacles energy. We only have one water and one air here. So with the Eight of Earth next, again, another indicator that this could be changes happening around work, okay? Some of you may also be studying or learning something new, okay? Going back to school even. But there is this, right? There's a huge emphasis on like studying or repetition or practice. Okay, so again, it could be something you're working on. Could be even for some of you like spiritual or religious things, prayer, meditation, okay? Sort of self-care habits, or again, something new that you're learning here. And we've gone over the Five of Earth here, which again, to me, it's not the outcome, it's what's grounding the reading, okay? And that's the thing. If this is the energy with which you are approaching something new, right? Fearsome, worrisome, not having faith, not believing, not trusting, not thinking that you can do something or that you're good enough, okay? Or that it's just not gonna happen. That's the outcome you're gonna get. So I think that's why the message is coming across here, to really be aware of that. And perhaps this Two of Air is really about not necessarily making a decision about someone or about something, but again, about sort of more of like that Two of Fire, choosing how you are going to operate as a person, how you're going to act, how you're going to think, okay? And that's how you empower yourself. You don't give your power away to other people or to other things that you're not in control of. You take the power for yourself and operate accordingly. I'm almost inclined, I'm not really actually inclined to pull any oracle cards here, so I'm gonna shut the reading down there. If the reading resonated, please do like, share, comment, and subscribe. The July monthly, mid-month readings, July monthlies are done, so if you want to check that out, they're done by sign. You can watch for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus. The July mid-months will be up next week. And if you'd like to book a personal reading for me, you can do so through my website. The link's down below. I also have a newsletter that you can subscribe to, and I co-host a podcast. All the links are down below if those are things that interest you. At any rate, thank you so much for watching. I hope that this reading resonated and helped at least some of you out there, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Bye.